بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله ونصلي ونسلم على رسول الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Inshallah, today I want to go over an ayah that we've been over before, but I want to look at it from a different angle inshallah. بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبدا لهم سيئات ما عملوا وحاق بهم ما كانوا به يستهزئون وقيل اليوم ننساكم كما نسيتم لقاء يومكم هذا ومأواكم النار وما لكم من ناصرين صدق الله العظيم. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَبَدَا لَهُمْ سَيِّئَاتُ مَا عَمِلُوا, and it becomes apparent to them the wrong that they used to do. وَحَاقَ بِهِمْ مَا كَانُوا بِهِ يَسْتَهْزِئُونَ, and is put down to them and made clear to them the things that they used to mock. And this is referring to mocking Islam and the ayat of Allah and the calling towards the truth. So the wrong that they used to do and the things, the truth that they used to mock. وَقِيلَ الْيَوْمَ نَنْسَاكُمْ, and it will be said, today we will forget you, كَمَا نَسِيتُمْ لِقَاءَ يَوْمِكُمْ هَذَا, the way you forgot this day. And as mentioned, all of our lives, the most important day is the day we stand in front of Allah on Yawm al-Qiyamah to stand account for the actions that we used to do. This is the day of the universe. All of the universe is leading towards this inevitable day. And this day, most of mankind, they either deny it or pay little heedance, give little heedance to this day and give little importance to this day, when this is the most important day in the history of the universe. So Allah is saying here that we will forget you the way you forgot this day. وَمَأْوَاكُمُ النَّارِ, and your destiny, your eventual outcome and your abode is going to be an-nar, the hellfire. وَمَا لَكُمْ مِن نَاصِرِينَ, and you will have no helpers. There will be no one to run to turn to for help other than Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah will not help you. What I want you to reflect upon here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala using the past tense when talking about this future day. Because this day, Yawm al-Qiyamah, has not yet happened. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about it here in the past tense as if it has already happened. Because of course, time for Allah is not something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is restricted to. We, the creation, are restricted. Time is a concept for us, not a concept for Allah, because Allah is the all eternal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about what would happen in the Yawm al-Qiyamah in the past tense. وَقِيلَ الْيَوْمِ, and it will be said, وَبَدَا لَهُمْ, past tense, مَا عَمِلُوا, what they used to do, all in the past tense. And this brings us to an important point. The disbelievers and the wrongdoers, so those even amongst the Muslims that believe, yet their belief doesn't impact their actions, they are short-term thinkers. They think only about the immediacy of their actions and the immediate satisfaction of their needs. So they will cheat and lie and do wrong and commit harm upon people and disobey Allah, because they think about the immediacy of the action at that particular point. So they think about the immediate consequences only. Whereas the believer and the one that fears Allah, they are eternal thinkers. They think about the immediacy of the actions, the immediate impact of the actions, but they also think about the eternal consequences of those actions. That the actions that I do, they have an immediate impact, but they also have an eternal impact on my life. And this is the difference. This is the difference between the disbeliever and the wrongdoer, and the believer and the pious person. The way they see time. I want you to, in order to explain this maybe a bit further, I want you to think about the stars in the sky. If you get the chance, now we have clear skies here in Britain, and tonight or the next night, look up at the stars at night. And I want you to know, and this is a fact, that the stars that you're looking at in the night sky, you are looking at the light of those stars, not the stars themselves. And those stars, what you're looking at is actually you're looking back into time. Because the light that was emitted from those stars that is hitting your retina left those stars thousands of years ago. Thousands and thousands of years ago. Some of those stars that you're looking at in the night sky, some of them don't even exist anymore. They are dead. And they have died thousands, if not maybe millions of years ago. And all you are looking at is the light from those stars. Imagine that. That's quite amazing. And I want you to think about that in terms of our actions. Our actions, so when that light from that star emitted those photons thousands of years ago, just emitted it out. That was a point in time. But that light traveled thousands of miles, if not millions of miles, to reach our retina. It traveled through time. The light had a long-term impact. And it's just like our actions. When we do our actions, they have an immediate impact, but they also have an eternal impact. They have an impact on where we live for eternity, either the heaven or the hell. So our actions are like the light from the stars. They have an immediate impact now here when we do them, but they shine their light far forward into time. And they will shine their light in the Yawm al-Qiyamah, when those will be replayed back to us. Because we will see those actions again when we die and when we stand in front of Allah on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Just like the light from that star. So we have to be eternal thinkers. We have to see each of our actions having eternal consequences, not only the short-term consequences. And inshallah, those actions that we do upon taqwa will shine bright like the stars in the night sky, and will enter us into the rahmah of Allah. And by the rahmah of Allah, inshallah, we will enter into the eternal gardens. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم.